my man.
It's a good it's a good intro. Good way to segue into the post game. I never peed, by the way. I said go, so it's on me. All right, Arkansas, of course, finds a way to lose another game, and disappointing. Are we sure we're up here?
Some people just know that the
checking it.
What's that about?
Oh, I'm getting like all kinds of feedback from. Oh, that's ESPN.
Yeah, we're up, dude.
I don't see it. Where is it at?
We're up. I just heard it. It's right there.
For some reason, I'm getting feed from ESPN.
Watch this.
Anyways, okay.
best rate for you.
Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe.
Not one base.
Where is this coming from?
It's your computer.
Nah, Travis, that's
it's gotta be
that's
mine.
your computer with the ESPN open.
Oh.
I'm getting
Kill that.
like ads in my.
Yeah.
Oh,
You gotta kill
okay.
that.
That's what
There
that
we go.
is.
Okay.
All right. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. Shout out.
Whatever this person is doing.
That's still Travis.
It's not me, dude.
I wonder if it's me.
Are you not even?
But I've got ESPN muted. That would be the only site that's playing sounds like that. That is so weird.
That's so funny. What's going on?
I don't know where that's coming from.
It's got to be Travis because
Tim just likes blaming me.
Yeah, I do.
Shout out to Patreon supporters.
Get a rate based on you. Drive in the Allstate app.
Can they hear that?
Probably.
I don't know. Here, let's look.
I don't know what that is.
Wagner into Mitchell.
So it's coming through over there.
What is going on
The 50-year senior puts it up.
The game on the
Tipped up and in.
there?
Take a look at Mitchell here. Look, I thought he tipped it.
Yeah, they can hear it.
You're right.
Yeah, they can hear it.
That's
Now it's gone.
I have nothing open, dude.
I don't know.
Close.
I don't know. That's never happened before. That's really weird.
I'm not sure what's going on here.
It's something on your OBS. Anyways, appreciate you guys for being here. Again, make sure you share and subscribe. Yeah, mute one of those, I guess.
Okay, we'll just kill the whatever's on the computer.
Okay.
All right.
Jeez.
We're good.
That was weird. That's never had that happen before.
There's nothing connected to it that should be making noise. Sorry,
All right.
guys.
It's the Razorback negative. It's their negativity. It's bleeding onto this. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe this show. We appreciate you being here. Shout out to the sponsors: Direct Service Overhead, the Garage Door Company. They operate out of Central Arkansas and, of course, Northwest Arkansas. They offer same-day services, quality parts, and affordable outcomes. 501-244-3667. That's the number you can get a hold of them at. Again, free estimates. Odd Soul Crap Bar and Pizzeria. Also, that's what we ate actually before the live. So shout out to them. They're on Emma Street in Springdale. Fantastic pies, great staff, great place to watch a game. Okay. Don't know if you wanted to watch that game or not, especially the way that Arkansas just, as usual, imploded there towards the end. I'll just do it again. I'll ask you guys. I'll start this time with Tim. Give me your thoughts, man.
I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. We haven't put together a complete game in a long time, and we didn't put together a complete game tonight. But I am not unhappy with the first half effort and probably the first 10 minutes of the second half. But again, like you said, we imploded at the end of the game. We don't know how to play with a lead. We don't know how to come back once we get down. And as I've said many times, even on your show, once we lose a lead, once we start to lose a lead, it's like all the heart and the effort goes out of this team. They're like, oh no, we can't do it anymore. I guess it's over. And that's sad because there's a lot of talent there. There's a lot of talent, but for whatever reason, if they face adversity wins every time. That's what I think.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
I'm full on moral victory mode at this point.
Oh my gosh. Oh no.
I've given up. I was like, well, we only lost by 6, guys, so that's not so bad.
I mean, and we said this at the end of the live. We held Kentucky to 26 points under their average. That's really good. For us, that's an amazing defensive effort to hold them 26 points under their average. I think that's a good thing. But we got to do it for 40 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, you guys. Nothing you said is well. I don't know about the moral victory part.
Nothing Travis said is right.
Yeah,
I'm giving up, man.
but
Shit.
it's pretty bad. I mean, nothing else. Everything I'm going to say is the obvious, right? Like this team, I'll just echo what you said. They don't know how to play with the lead. They fold like a cheap chair, like a cheap a fold up chair or whatever.
According to Travis, they fold a lot like one of those coasters over there.
Yeah, these
cheap
are
coasters.
Yeah, they're kind of
That boy's soft like Tempur-Pedic.
Yeah. So let's. Unfortunately, we were going to do a post-game call-in show, but unable to do that just because of the setup with StreamYard and everything, and the way we have it set up with his fancy Roadcaster or whatever this thing's called.
It's a Roadcaster Pro 2.
Roadcaster Pro 2. You're beyond me in that field. Good at it though. So I am inside the studio here with these guys.
It's called the Only Hog Studios, bro.
The Only Hog Studios. Don't read the content. I'm sorry.
Don't read the content.
You don't ever make content. How am I supposed to know what it's called when you guys don't make content?
Don't make the content podcast.
Don't make content podcast. I'm out here like, oh, you guys got to go watch them. Got to go listen to them. 6 weeks go by and you guys haven't made a damn show.
We made one last night with this dickhead.
2024. Hey, 2024 is the year. We're gonna start releasing
It's the
content
year.
left
We're
and
gonna
right.
release them once every
year.
2 months.
December's the month. November's the month. We're gonna do it.
Yeah, we'll see you in March. How about that?
Make sure again, you guys please like, share, subscribe.
You know how much free time we're gonna have in March because there's gonna be no basketball.
Well, I'm gonna be listening. Football, I'm going to be transitioning to football. I'm already transitioning to football and baseball. Like
We're gonna go after that.
this team is there's just that dead time. I mean, it's brutal. It's brutal.
Ty
After
transitioning to a three-win football team already.
something.
Tim's real pessimistic, guys. Don't listen to him.
You are, but it's like he's not wrong. Like he might be pessimistic, but it's like it's well placed.
We're gonna
called
win
realistic.
4 games. Okay.
It's called realistic.
All right. I guess we should probably go over some numbers
Get into
here.
some stats.
Let's start off with Kentucky, who was atrocious in the first half, shooting like 1 of 16 or whatever it was at one point in the first half. That's awful. This is a team that's what.
I gotta interrupt you. This is great. Greg Davis said, "Ty, melt the chain for money."
Coke money.
I mean, it's not going to do anything anyway. I'm never going to wear it again. I mean, not during the basketball season. I don't know if they're going to win 2 more conference games or not. Right. Anyways, Kentucky, who's a team that scores about 90 points a game, you did hold them almost 30 points below their average, which is, I mean, there's your moral victory, I guess. There's a sign that defense showed some life. As Tim alluded to, the first half was not bad. I mean, execution wasn't always there, but effort certainly was. Yeah. But Kentucky goes 36.5% from the floor, 23 of 63, 9 of 20 outside shooting. They go 8 of 12 at the free throw line. Just 20 points from their bench. But they still, I mean, they found a way to get it done, pull away in the second half.
I mean, those second half threes were just daggers.
They were,
it was over.
They were jacking them up for sure.
They were just daggers.
Not what I thought you were gonna say.
24 points by Reeves, too easy in the second half. They found a way to just dribble drive right to the rim, as I talked about. For those of you who were here during the show, we appreciate you. We were handing out XP because we were rewarding you fine individuals. But we said it in the game. It's just too easy to dribble drive on Arkansas, and they did a good job in the first half with clogging up the lanes, kind of like my arteries after eating all that odd soul pizza. But their perimeter defense, you saw they gave in. I mean, the daggers, the perimeter, wide open looks. They didn't have to create their own shots. I mean, there's just nobody there. Just typical Arkansas basketball in the second half. It's a shame they didn't put 2 halves together.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, because they could have won if they would have actually clamped down in the second half. Man,
Mike and them, Mitchell did play like a man for real.
Mitchell
awesome.
did.
If you had to give the gold chain to somebody, you'd wear it for probably Mitchell for that game because he performed probably better than he has all season.
Oh, I mean,
but one man doesn't make a team turn around.
Listen to these numbers. I mean, he goes 2 of 5. 8 of 10. He shot 80% at the free throw line.
That's awesome.
I mean, and then he has 4 offensive boards. That's more than I guess. Look, that number is not right, but he had 4 offensive boards, 13 total rebounds, an assist, a steal, 4 blocks, 12 points.
He went double-double.
You know what?
Put it on for him.
I don't care.
Yeah,
I don't
put
care.
it on for him.
I'm putting it on
12
for
points,
Mitchell.
13 boards.
Mitchell, yeah.
I don't care. His play tonight, it's so unfortunate that the rest of the guys didn't play that way in the second half. Not that he played perfect. Not that he played elite ball.
But you know what? He had 7 rebounds in the first half, so he almost doubled that up in the second. That's good.
Yeah, and the 4 blocks too. I
Yeah.
mean, Arkansas did end up with 9 blocks on Kentucky. Kentucky had 6.
How many of those were Mitchell?
Well, 4.
4.
Yeah.
He's on his 13th beer.
Yeah, he's on his 13th beer.
I didn't hear that part.
Just 1 turnover too. That's also not too bad. He's someone who can turn the ball over at times for a big who doesn't get a lot of minutes. He did. I don't know what his minutes are yet, but he played a lot and he looked good for most of it. So I'm wearing the chain on Mitchell's behalf. So I don't care. I know I said I would only do it when they win, but
I mean, the effort from Mitchell deserves it. It really does.
I agree. Well, outside of ladies gymnastics, we got baseball coming up.
For real.
Kopesky says Ellis killed us with the turnovers.
I mean, yeah. Ellis had several absolutely terrible passes that turned into turnovers for sure.
Yeah. Black neighbors. These names kill me, dude. Black neighbors says the good news is my under 163.5 bet hit easily.
Yeah.
Ty, oh yeah, I already read that. melt the chain for Coke money. First off, Greg, no, I would die if I did Coke. So
It's a good time.
it's
Allegedly.
a lot of new habits forming this year. Maybe not me, but yeah, the way we are playing, you might want to trade the chain for a dainty bracelet. Well, I've got one that my daughter made. She made me this a few weeks ago, so I already have one. I already have a bracelet, so I don't know. I gotta get the matching set, I guess. At least we were good at everything else but football and basketball. Yeah, I guess so.
Don't jinx the baseball season like that. Please don't jinx the baseball season like that.
I have zero hope for the baseball.
You
team.
can't. What? Zero hope.
Yes.
You know they're like.
Arkansas? I know.
They're ranked
I'm
like
right.
number 2.
Yeah, but how often
No, I'm
does
just
Dave
kidding.
Van Horn let you down in the regular season? Postseason.
Okay, you
that's
said regular.
one.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, postseason. Okay.
I had my heart broken at 1 year against Oregon State. I can't talk about it.
Oh Lord. Yeah, Oregon State. I thought you were gonna bring up like NC State. Like that was when they came in red hot, and then they had their season canceled in Omaha.
I just died at that point.
Don't do Coke. Do Diet Cokes. So Devo, we have to bring this up. It's in the title. Devo. It was. I got the email from the Razorback basketball SID that he has stepped away. Now they did look better. Now, let me just read the exact thing that Mike K. Wood sent everybody. It just says Devonte Davis, Arkansas senior guard Devonte Davis, has stepped away from the program. So then other people are reporting that he's quit, that he's done,
And then he no-showed today.
and then he no-showed.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So I think if that's true, he needs to be gone. He needs to be. I mean, you can't just let someone do that, right?
You don't let an employee come to work Monday if they no-call, no-showed Friday.
There you go.
I'm just saying.
Man, speaking from a business owner
That's
right
right.
there. I don't disagree.
What do you think, man?
What do you think?
I mean, I think first of all, nothing about the university statement there says
That he
even
quit.
That he
Yeah.
quit.
That's fair.
He stepped
That's
away
true.
from the program. He may have gone and let them know, hey, I need to take some mental health days or something. I don't know. I wouldn't judge it too quickly. I don't think that the team suffered at the missing Devonte Davis. I'm not the biggest Devo fan. Yeah, you guys know that, but depending on why he stepped away, I think is more important than than just saying, well, he stepped away, so he shouldn't come back. Let's find out what happened.
I just think it'd be cool if he'd step away during the damn off season. I'm just saying, like, why does this happen during the season every year?
That's
2
a good
years in
point
row.
too.
2 years in a row, dude.
I mean that at least tells you that there's some frustration with what's going on. I mean, so that's true. It's not happening in the
It's
off
like
season.
you know what you signed up for, dude. You know how must operate this program. What the hell is going on?
Well,
Is it because you don't like somebody on the team?
it's the losses piling up, I think, and it could be
that's coward.
beef.
That's coward shit to me.
And it honestly could be
Like, oh,
something
we're-
outside of basketball. Let's just be honest.
Yeah,
it
that's
could be
fair.
something completely outside of basketball. Let's find out what it is first,
Dude.
if they even tell.
I played on a team at Union High School in Tulsa, and we got our ass kicked every game. It was not an option to quit the team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like you just got, if you have a bad team, you're just like, man, we suck balls, but we're
Yeah.
just gonna keep going.
Right.
So I don't know. It's different nowadays, I guess.
This is such a great show. Thank you, Paga Watch. I don't know if he's. I almost feel sarcastic reading that. I hope you really feel that way. By the way, Taco Bell has brought back the double-decker taco.
In other news,
In other news, because I don't know what else to say. Arkansas's bad. I'll just say this, and it's rinse repeat from like every single post game lately. I mean, they're let's just call it. They're trash. They're trash.
here's Sean Sanders. This is the game that finally gets me off the wagon. I got better things to do with my time. It's just score watching the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Just gonna watch the scores on the
doing
on
this
the-
right here. Oh, look, ESPN says we're down 15. Cool.
Yeah. This was certainly one of those games to where, like, you watch the last couple games and you get your ass kicked and you're just empathetic. You're like, ugh, whatever. Apathetic, actually. And you're like, ugh, this is terrible. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And then, like, this one gives you a little more hope, and then they stab you in the ribs.
Yeah. It's it's at the point where fans just, I don't know. I've said it 15 times in the last 3 weeks. They're just the casuals let go a long time ago. The casual basketball fans let go a long time ago. And then someone brought it up in our live chat during the game. Again, shout out to everybody who was there. That the Razorbacks, the way they're playing, they don't deserve the crowd they got today.
That's true.
That looked like, I don't know, 15,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looked like the lower bowl was mostly full.
I mean,
that's what it looked like on the TV. Maybe it wasn't mostly full, but it looked like it.
for a team that was 10-9 coming into this game, 1-5 in conference play.
God, we're 500 now.
Yeah, they're 10-10 now. But coming into this game, who name another place. I don't care that game day was here. I mean, that does matter to a degree, but at the same time, 15,000 people. How many other stadiums are going to hold 15,000 people?
Well,
with the way they've played.
But the truth is, there are some teams that draw that anyway, like Duke, like Kentucky.
Blue Bloods. But Arkansas is not a
fan
blue
base.
blood, though.
No. That Kentucky is an opponent coming in. Duke is an opponent coming
Right.
in. Draws people to see it because something special might happen.
Right.
We might have beaten Kentucky, and you want to be there to say you saw it.
Yeah.
I think that probably accounts for the crowd better than anything else.
It does.
Like, maybe
But
sometimes
again, the crowd representation is not. It's not what you'd expect for a team that's this bad, no matter who's coming into town.
Razorback fans are effing nuts.
Well, they are for
you know.
he's not wrong about Kentucky drawing and Duke drawing and Purdue for an exhibition game drawing.
Yeah.
But like baseball, that's completely different. When they are average during the year, which is not very often, they still like 70% of that stadium is full. That would not be I don't think that'd be the case. And well, it's certainly not the case in most other programs, when it comes to baseball, because Arkansas baseball fans are absolutely insane. For good reason.
Man, I'm just ignorant with everything Razorbacks.
What do you mean?
I'm just like, I don't give a shit. I'm like, we're going to win next week.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to win tomorrow. We're going to win at some point. We're due. I don't know, man. Maybe I don't know.
Hockey team beat Missouri 8-5.
Apparently it's not a club no more. It's not a club no more, buddy.
Yeah.
It's a hockey team.
Yeah.
Hey.
Pocket Watch says this is very cathartic.
We're trying to be there for you guys. If you drank as much as me, you wouldn't be that mad right now.
I mean, we could just sit here and talk about absolutely anything else. But I mean, I've been doing this for long enough. It's just like
Pocket Watch. That's how you have to look at it.
That's
Travis.
right.
I've
That's
just never. I don't know. Since I've been doing this, I can't recall a time when football and basketball
Bad at the same time.
were bad at the same time. I guess.
You think Chad? Who was the basketball coach when Chad Morris?
Gary
was the
Anderson.
What?
Was it
Mike Anderson.
Gary-
Jesus.
was it Mike Anderson?
No, dude, I went to high school with a guy named Gary Anderson. I've done that multiple times.
Mike Anderson. Yeah, it was
Anderson.
Mike Anderson.
And Ty hates
Yeah.
him.
Okay.
I don't hate him. I never said I hated Mike
I
Anderson.
just remember how much shit people gave you about it.
Yeah, I did.
Mike Anderson, sorry.
My favorite diss that I've ever had was from a guy. He's pretty somewhat known on Twitter. He goes by the name Kick Science. And he went by the same name on YouTube. And when I said it's time to walk away, all I said was it's time to walk away from Mike Anderson after 8 years of not being able to advance past the second round in the NCAA tournament. The few times that he's been, Kick Science proceeded to call me a slack-jawed white redneck troglodyte.
That's a fire ass.
Wow.
Called me a troglodyte. You know, that's. I had to give him props. I was like,
That's
that's
a good
actually
burn.
that's a really good bird, dude.
He's like, you backwoods hillbilly bitch. Listen here.
Oh man. XP wants to get back to the game. He says Ellis can't handle the rock. Mark plays so hard the whole game that by the end his legs are affecting his shot.
What was affecting his shot in the first half?
Yeah, I was gonna say
He was shooting weird. He was throwing that damn knee up. And I feel like it was like throwing him off. It was really
It looked
weird.
like he was trying to draw contact on every shot
That's fair.
instead of just shooting.
yeah. And he's most of our offense and battle, I guess has a confidence problem in shooting.
I was surprised with Battle today, actually. He did better today, unfortunately, than he's done a lot lately.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, of course, his stats were trash today, but there were some shots he made. I was like, damn, Battle, okay.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, he looked like he kind of like we were getting glimpses of old Battle.
Yeah.
It would have been nice if we would have seen like full on early season Battle. You got a big grin on your face. Is there a
He's watching porn.
No.
Ty's like, get off my stream.
Appreciate the retweets, by the way.
Ty's screen was stuck on Sydney Sweeney earlier. So.
Yeah. Well, that's all Twitter wants to talk about
Stuck.
is Sydney.
What else do you need to talk about?
Well, there's some really fire memes on Twitter, so
There is.
some of them are just not so appropriate to talk about on the live. I'm trying to scroll up here and read
John
some more
Hall
comments.
said troglodyte sounds like some ish, I would say, to a moron on Twitter.
Mr. Razorback Red says, man, what a crazy year for men football and basketball. The expectations that both started with to only crash is insane.
That's for real. Because it did. Dude, like, if you watched on Hogs Plus the, and I'm talking about football, preseason where Landon Jackson specifically said, they're like, he's like, the only thing I'm thinking is national championship. And I'm like, damn it, we went 4-8, bro. But there was multiple people. Like, Snacks has a pinned tweet, and it says, Natty. And I'm like, damn.
Well,
I don't mind
the
them.
strength coach builds you up.
Yeah, I'm all fired up going into the football season. I'm like, oh shit.
I don't mind them having high expectations. I mean, you certainly don't want them to be like,
going
6-6, you know, at the beginning of the year.
No, I know.
I don't mind that.
Normally they're like, we're gonna give it hell this year, and we're gonna put in good effort. And we're gonna go, you know.
Oh, they shot high.
But they're like natty. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, I saw some of that.
Let's win a game, guys.
Yeah, just take it a game at a time. Slow down. I had them at 9-3, and I was way off, and I'm fine.
Ty, I'm about to run your podcast. I gotta ask you a question.
What?
How much of it do you think was KJ?
Oh my God. So listen,
Seriously.
I have all the respect in the world for Best of Arkansas Sports. The guy that runs it, Evan, we talk every once in a while. He's a good dude, and they've got Andrew Hutchinson over there. They do a good job. I saw the screenshot where they claim they've had sources that said that KJ, basically that he was the problem or something, or he was players were like mad at him. Here's the thing: he wore those suits when they won 9 games.
Yeah.
He wore those suits when they went 6-6, and nobody seemed to have a problem. It's funny that this stuff comes out after he transfers,
Like
But
blue hair.
hey,
or when he puts his name in the portal or whatever.
But listen, the offensive line couldn't block, and you can't convince me for a second that offensive linemen were going, we hate KJ, so we're not going to block because their pro hopes and their NIL money is on the line for their
Dude,
performance.
I've not liked my quarterback, and we still blocked for him.
But I'm saying
You know what
their
I mean?
their money, their NIL money, their NFL hopes is on their performance.
Yeah.
They're not going to go, I don't like you, so I'm going to screw my performance.
Yeah.
That just doesn't happen.
Yeah, I that's why I have a hard time because there's money involved.
Right.
You know, and
you
there's
think,
possibilities of playing in the NFL involved. Why would they sack their season, you know, just because they're upset at KJ?
Yeah, that doesn't make any
It's
sense.
never made sense to me either.
I'll ask you the rest of my questions off there because I'm going all football.
No, go ahead. Ask away. We're not getting very many in chat.
No, it's fine.
Everybody here on chat's going, we want to talk about football too.
I mean, yeah. Well, you guys really want to talk about the game? Because I don't.
Well, we kind of already. I mean, Arkansas shit the bed. That's really about all you got to say.
The deed is done.
I mean, once again, they're held under 60 points.
No, I was going to ask you if you thought Mateos is going to improve us at all.
Oh,
I don't know much about him.
well, he was under
At Baylor.
well, he's under Pitman too for a little while.
Oh yeah, it was like a GA, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, during the Burt years.
It is another like I don't want to call it good old boy hire. I mean, because it's not uncommon. it's not.
No, I see what you're saying though.
It's not uncommon for coaches to like hire people that they've had under them before. I mean, that's kind of how a lot of these guys get their careers going. They're GA under a guy, and that guy brings them along with them later on. That's not unheard of. But I don't know I don't know what to expect. I'm not blown away by what they've done in the portal.
I wish I could sneak to spring practice with you because I want to watch some.
Hey, toss me back.
There's just unfortunately
right in front of you, Tim.
There's not a lot. It's hard to
Tim's camera
dissect.
died.
It's hard to dissect, especially in the offensive line, just how good or bad they're going to be. You know.
I got a couple things, and Tim's gonna hate this. Tim's gonna hate this, but I'm gonna say it anyway.
Probably wait till I get mine.
Nah. We'll say it while Tim's off camera. It's fine. Tim's camera died because we've been going for a long time. Anyway,
It feels like we've been saying
No.
Arkansas shit the bed since August.
he's right.
Well, yeah.
Here's the thing. Here's my only optimism that I can pull.
Did our camera die?
That Tim's did, yeah. It's fine. It's no problem. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of him. I got to say this before his camera gets plugged back in.
Okay.
I make too much sense when I'm on camera.
That's right. I think that the staff currently gives a shit about the Razorbacks.
What,
Like Bobby Petrino, which I know Tim, I know. He's like, yeah, Bobby Petrino. But Bobby Petrino's like, I'm like, the way he's saying it is I'm here, I'm trying to, I owe Arkansas and things like that. So, OC. Mateos, or however the hell you say his name, Mateos. That's Mateos, right?
I don't know.
Okay,
It's
anyway.
one of those two.
So he's been a GA, and he said, I've watched all their interviews, both of them. And he said that he's always been aiming for Arkansas. He's always kept an eye on Arkansas the whole time, and things like that. And Petrino said the same thing. I always watched Arkansas's scores and games and so on and so forth. So I'm like, man, maybe if they actually give a shit, they'll figure it out.
well, I mean, they're.
Petrino gives a shit about one thing:
Oh, here we go.
the next job.
There we go.
Turn
Don't
his
give a
damn
shit
mic
about
off.
Arkansas. It's so funny when Arkansas fans and everybody starts going, Bobby Petrino loves
Why did
Arkansas.
Tim get loud?
Loves him some Arkansas. He doesn't love Arkansas. Bobby Petrino is all about the next job.
Mute
Now,
this
does
man.
that mean he's not going to give the best effort at Arkansas? Of course he is, because he wants the next job. He ain't here to be an
take
offensive
that.
coordinator for the rest of his
Okay,
career.
so but
I'll
what's
take
the
that.
difference between him and any other coach, though? That's what you just described is like 90% of the coaching field.
Jim Harbaugh
yeah,
just went
I
to
don't
the
know
Chargers
that that's
and he won
true.
a national championship.
I don't know that that's true.
Well, I mean,
I don't know that that's true.
they job
Every coach doesn't want
they
to
job switch all the time. They hop from job to job all the time.
No,
They don't?
I don't think that's true.
90%.
Kirby Smart, tell me, Kirby Smart is
Kirby Smart's the
coaching for the
king
next
of
job.
Georgia.
Bro, he's coaching.
Nick Saban was coaching for the next job. Jim Harbaugh was coaching for the
Dude,
next job.
those are
Jim Tressel was coaching for
Jim
the next
Harbaugh
job.
literally
you're
coached.
naming
Urban Meyer's
You're
coaching for the
naming
next
off
job.
blue blood schools.
Jim Harbaugh
That's why I
literally
said
coached for the next
90%.
But what I'm saying is no
This guy.
coach who you say is caring about your school,
I didn't say that.
that he did.
Damn right I did.
He did. None of them that are caring about your school are coaching for the next job. Bobby Petrino coaching for the next job. I think
yeah.
when he was the head coach of Arkansas, I'm not sure that he was coaching for the next job when he was the head coach. And I think his mistake cost him, but I think he's been coaching for the next job ever since.
I think he would have stuck around for a little while. I don't know how long, but I certainly think he would have stuck around had he not been fired for a while.
For a long time. I think for a long time. Like
Sorry, we're
Houston
yakking,
Nut
guys.
length. Houston Nut was not coaching for the next job.
No, I was just reading chat. I said, sorry, we're yakking, guys. Carson, I don't know how to say your last name. That's fine.
Longshanks, sorry, bro. Jim Harbaugh jumped because he's a cheater, not because he was coaching for the next job.
Yeah, they're about to get they're getting investigated. I mean, again, right?
They're about to take that natty away from Michigan. I hate to bust your bubble there, but Harbaugh left because he's a cheater.
I said all along that championship was going to be an asterisk.
You know how many coaches do that though?
What?
Like steal signs.
Well, okay, but they got. I mean, the
they
point
did
is,
have like a guy scouting people. That was weird.
well, and you had coaches coming out and saying, "Yeah, we knew ahead of time when we play them." I think it was TCU, right? That said that we already knew that they were gonna do some shit, so we kind of planned around that.
Carson's Maharaz, sure. Sorry, I can't read because I'm drunk. Said y'all see Satania said all the problems have left the team. That's kind of what I was getting at with you, man, with the KJ thing.
Yeah,
and multiple other players left also.
Here's the problem.
Just like, man,
We said this same thing last year with the strength conditioning coach.
oh, yeah,
They said the same thing, and then they switched. At the end of the day, this falls back. It's got to fall back on the head coach.
yeah.
It's got to fall back on. It just feels like they have so many excuses.
Which actually leads me to
Like the NIL stuff. Like, what are we supposed to believe there? Were they really that screwed or not? Because all of a sudden, then Pitman comes out and he says, "Oh, well, no, NIL's fine, actually." What? After complaining about it.
That actually leads me to the next comment I was going to read by Steph. It says, "How off the rails would Arkansas football have to go for Pitman to get fired next year?"
Oh, I mean, start off
4-6. Like 4. You know what
I mean,
Like,
he won't last the year if they drop a couple early games they have no business losing.
I think OSU is going to be a nightmare.
Oh, Oklahoma State. I mean,
Oklahoma State's
At
going to blow
Oklahoma
us out.
State.
I mean, he's a good coach. They got a good coach over there.
Yeah.
I mean, Gundy's been there for how long?
Forever. I'm a man.
I'm 40.
I'm 40.
Come after
I've been here
me.
since I was 12.
How long ago was that he said that too?
That's been a long
He's like,
time
I'm
ago.
50 now.
Yeah.
I'm a grandpa.
I'm 57.
Come after me. I could take it.
Come after me. I'll fight you.
Carson's Maharis is 5-7 and he's fired. I don't even know at that point that he survives.
Yeah, I think you're right, too. I don't think he'll make it through the season.
I think 5-7's optimistic, Carson.
Tim thinks we're going to go
4-8.
3 and.
I said 4-8.
No, you said 4-8? I thought you said 3
No,
and.
4-8.
Okay.
We're going 4-8.
Fair enough.
Yeah. If you guys got any questions or comments, fire away. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. There's 5,000 other shows now, but we appreciate you guys being here.
Kopesky says, does Blocker and Bayfall
was
stay or go?
just reading that. I think
And
Blocker stays,
I
man.
think Blocker stays and Fall goes.
Exactly. Same. I don't even know if Fall will go.
I mean,
I
Fall's
hope-
not getting any minutes at all.
Well, but that was to be expected. I mean,
He's a freshman, right?
yeah, he's a freshman. He's undersized. Like he's skinny. He's got to put on weight. The fact that he got any minutes at all wasn't shocking early on in the year, but it was a little bit surprising. And he hasn't seen the floor.
I'm not arguing that. I'm just saying if I'm him.
I didn't say you're arguing. I'm just saying in general.
I'm saying I'm not getting the minutes. I'll go somewhere I can.
Yeah.
Kopesky, you're confusing me. You said, I think Petrino and Green will surprise OSU. Green's on OSU and Petrino's on Arkansas. I'm very confused.
Talon Green, quarterback.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
yeah.
I'm thinking AJ Green because he went to freaking OSU, and I'm just like,
Yeah. No.
like,
Talon
how is that
Green.
going to work?
Transfer quarterback.
You think Green's going to beat out
I have
Criswell?
no idea.
I don't either. I don't know.
I have no idea. If you
know
his
it's been practice.
passing numbers are horrible.
Green or
Talon
Criswell?
Green, they're awful.
I feel like Criswell's like, bring it, bitch.
His like I look at this stuff like all the time. His like whether it's throws out of play action, clean pocket, all those numbers are below. They're below KJ's. You know, they're Criswell has a smaller sample size because Criswell only really got one game.
I feel
Truthfully,
like Criswell's a pretty good quarterback.
well, I don't know. You're going to be under Petrino. So who knows? I mean, no matter how you feel about Petrino, we know that he has a reputation with quarterbacks. So maybe he can turn Petrino into a decent, cornerback. Yeah. A lot of people are talking about like Lamar Jackson, and I'm like, hold
Not
up,
so much.
hold up, bro. Let's pump the brakes on the Lamar Jackson
Calm
comparison.
down on that generational talent there.
Arkansas
Kid got
fans.
MVP at Boise State.
Arkansas fans on Facebook be like, how many points did Vanover have tonight? You're not
Facebook
wrong.
is very disconnected.
Well, yeah. Well, boomers. I don't know how many times I'll get someone that'll just, they won't watch the live show there, but then they'll just respond to the title of the video.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro,
Where'd Devo go? We're gonna say Kentucky. That's where he went.
Petrino saw something from Green that UNLV game sold me. The SEC is better, but Green is mobile and he's got an arm.
Green looks good, and he's built like Matt Jones, where he runs like him at least.
He's similar as a threat as a runner. I mean, I don't know if he runs a 4.37 40, but he's pretty fast.
I think he runs a 4.7.
Oh, it's faster than that. No. It's rumored like 4.4, 4.5.
Jones or Taylor?
Green.
Okay,
Taylor Green.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's okay.
Yeah, Matt Jones ran a 4.37 40.
Okay.
At 6'6", 242 pounds.
Somebody said, "Wait, so what happened to Devo?"
He is off the team. That's all. Or he's
There's a lot of stuff going
He's
around.
taking
I
a
don't
leave
want
of
to
absence,
report.
apparently.
another leave of absence. There's all kinds of stuff about whatever we're not going to talk about on the show, but I would just say if Devo has something to say, let him say it. Don't go out there and assume things and spoil it on that. Maybe he wants to talk about what's going on. I don't know. I thought hurricane season was over since long strings. And if we go 5-7, I'd say there's at least a chance Pitman and Petrino are retained. 6-6 job secured.
You think so? I don't think so. You think Hunter's that soft? Let's be real. Is Hunter Yurachek that soft for him to go 6-6?
Six
and
wins.
to keep his ass, you
It's
have
a bowl
Arkansas
game.
Civil
It
War.
is a bowl game.
It's a bowl game.
It is.
I think that's not necessarily wrong.
I think Pitman has crazy expectations this year to where it's like you better do something.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe 6-6 will get it. I guess.
Here's what 6-6 could possibly do for you. First off, depending on your offensive numbers, right? You can go 6-6 and have fantastic numbers on one side of the ball. Okay. So that would mean you would assume if Petrino does job hop like you say he will, if they go 6-6.
I don't think he will at 6-6. I think if they go 8-3,
it depends though, right?
I think they go 8-4. Petrino's gone.
I think it's going to be performance based. I don't even think win unless it's bad, right?
Obviously, if defense is winning all of our games, Petrino's not gone. But if we go 8-4, our offense stepped up huge. It has to have.
Right.
And I think if our offense performs, if we're any kind of top offense under Petrino, he's gone to be a head coach.
Yeah, no, that's what I was saying.
That's fine. I just want to be good.
If he's if the numbers represent him well, then he might leave. Someone else might.
The average lifespan of an offensive coordinator is between 2 and 3 years anyway.
Yeah, it's not high.
So it's like
any coordinator, offense or defense, it's not high. I was shocked when they got Kendall and Odom back for 3 years. I was shocked. I said it on the show multiple times. Like I can't believe they got them both back. Petrino knows he's next up. See, I don't know that I buy that for a second.
I don't buy it for a second.
I didn't read it. What is it?
So this has been the ongoing debate, just like it was with Kendall Briles. He's the guy in waiting. You think
Petrino's the guy in waiting?
Well, I don't. Logan Joseph does. He says Petrino knows he's next up. He's not going in. I think he meant anywhere. Next head coach in waiting. Pitman will give his blessing if the next few years go well. I mean, you heard Pitman say it himself. He has no plans of retiring anytime soon.
Why would Pitman give his blessing?
Exactly. Unless he was intending on retiring. And the vibe I got from the guy, and not only that, the things that he said does not lead me to believe he's retiring anytime soon.
All. I agree with you.
So
I feel like that was some stubborn shit. When he came out and everybody's like, Pitt's going to, when that rumor came out that Pitt was going to retire, and then everybody's like waiting on it. Remember that press conference? We were all waiting on he's going to retire. This is crazy.
Well, no, we thought he was going to get fired.
Well, fired or retired, but there were both of those rumors floating.
Right.
And he came out and he's like, yeah, I'm not going to retire anytime soon. Like, I feel that was some stubborn shit.
I think someone asked him that too. If I remember right, someone in the media asked him. I don't remember
They were
who.
pressing him pretty hard.
I just have never, I don't know, that's just uncommon. You don't see that happen anymore. Coaches don't just, all right, I'm going to step away and let my coordinator, you just don't see that happen very often. Yeah. Unless you're in the Harbaugh situation.
I do think he steps back and becomes a GM type coach, though.
Say what now?
I do think he steps back and becomes a GM type coach.
I think that's half his problem.
Well, that's what he is now, though, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he's a
CEO.
Yeah, he hires his guys.
My bad.
And I've always been. That's one of the things that made me I mean, of course, everyone was skeptical of his hire because he was a positions coach. He wasn't a coordinator. So then you're only as good as the coordinator you hire. You know, you're only as good as the coordinators you bring on. He doesn't have an offense, you know, because he's not a coordinator. So let's say Logan Joseph says, let's say 4 years, give or take. Pitman is no spring chicken.
He's old as shit.
Yeah, but that again, that's assuming Logan. And I agree. I don't think Petrino's going to be here in 4 years.
I don't either.
I don't either.
I mean, I just do not buy that he's the coach in waiting. I don't see that at all. Fans were excited about him coming back, but in a coordinator role.
Petrino's getting up there anyway.
He's
Kapowski, your question.
60s.
It's exactly my curiosity question. Why hasn't Pitman, the offensive line guru, the genius of offensive line of Georgia and Arkansas under Burt, why hasn't he landed one 5-star offensive lineman? That is a great question.
I mean, I can give my take on that.
Go for it, please.
It's Arkansas.
Yeah.
It's Chad Morris. It's post Chad Morris. It's always been a rebuild.
We're stained with ass whip.
I mean, I think if this were coming out of the Petrino era, you know, that might be a little bit different. You know, you're more of a household name brand, coast to coast. You know, right now Arkansas's reputation, they are just kind of who they are, right? You just went 4-8.
We thought they were.
Yeah, and then they won 6 games the year before that. I will say after they won 8, I thought recruiting would be better than it was, but it still I think was a top 25 class or so. But I do agree with part of that because it's not like he's pumping out first round draft picks left and right at the offensive line spot.
I got a basketball question. Speaking of recruiting,
Okay.
You think this year is going to affect Muss's recruiting?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Like his approach.
Yeah.
I think he's already kind of hinted
like,
to
do you
that.
think
Not his
people are gonna be
ability.
like,
Not his ability.
you don't
His
think so?
approach.
Yeah, not his ability,
You don't
but
think
his
players are
approach.
gonna be like, nah, dog?
No, you're 1 year removed from sending 4 guys to the NBA.
That right there.
You turn to them and you go, look, I got the wrong guys. That's my fault.
Right there.
But a year ago, we put 4 in the NBA in 1 draft.
Yeah.
And the year before we did. Oh, that's fair.
And not only that, they're all contributing to some capacity in the
teams.
NBA.
Absolutely.
They're getting time. I mean, Ricky Council's been playing. Jordan Walsh.
And Ricky Council had the worst preseason of anybody. The Sixers were like, this dude can't shoot. Not sure why we picked him up, and now he's contributing. So I think I don't think it affects his ability, but I definitely think it affects the way he evaluates who he picks up.
Talking beer. What's up, man? How you doing?
Speaking of beer,
it won't. It won't affect the kids.
Exactly.
He could pull, but it will affect who they go after.
Exactly.
Yeah, and again, I think it's going to be their approach. You wonder. My question is, are they going to finally go after a big true 5? You know, now tonight Mitchell showed us like, hey, I can be that guy a little bit.
Yeah, he did. I agree. But still, he's not what I'm talking about when I talk about a big.
True, you're right, but I mean,
he's still not.
what?
Wow.
I told you guys I'm not drunk yet.
He's still not
bullshit.
He's still not a broad,
Beer wears off.
bulky big. He's not and I know that Shaq is a generational talent, but what I'm trying to say is that kind of big that takes up space. We have a Bayfall.
We
have
thick
Mekhi
big.
Mitchell who is a little bit bigger than Bayfall, but we don't have a big.
Who
we
was
don't
that
have a
kid
true
on
space
UConn
taker.
last year?
God, I hate it.
Shit out of us. I hated him so much, but he was so.
I hate it. Don't ask me names.
Crazy last
I'm
name.
so bad about remembering.
Was he? Where was he from? I can't remember.
Let's go after the big guy from Dayton. His name is Holmes. Dude is a beast.
Dude, yeah, like the only big guy was Connor Vanover, but he's like weighs 12 pounds.
Well, yeah.
Or like he's tall. It seems like
Sinago.
the guys we get that are
Sinago. That's the guy
God,
you're
that
thinking
guy
of.
was a
Yeah.
shit show.
Yep.
We need a guy like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like somebody who's tall but they're thick and filled out. You know
Well,
what I mean?
yeah. Again, that's that '90s 5. That's that '90s center. That just that. I mean, they're still around. They're just really hard to get because everybody wants them. Everybody wants a Sinago. Everybody wants a Sheboy. Everyone wants that big.
Oscar Sheboy.
I was talking beer. I was just using Shaq as an example of a space taker, not just a tall 7'5". I know Shaq is a generational talent, and there's not a bunch of those guys, but there are guys that take up space in the lane that are not just a 7 foot tall. Like we saw the guy from Kentucky, from Ukraine or wherever, he's 7'2", but he takes up no space.
Yeah.
I'm talking about getting a guy who can put a body on somebody and they move out of the way.
Yeah, or they throw a screen into him and he's like, what?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. It's frustrating because it's like you really thought after Muss was like, yeah, all right, I need guards that can score. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go out and get some guards that can score.
Yep.
He did that. And they're not scoring. They're not doing what you thought they were going to do. And I've always wondered how much value.
Not who we thought they were.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. But I've also thought, like, how much evaluation went into their defense? Like, it seems like he just only went out and got guys that could score. Now, I know, listen, to me, he is the Bobby Petrino of basketball. I think
Muss?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Because he eats, breathes, and sleeps the sport. Yeah. In a way I don't think Pitman does for football.
I agree. And I think Pitt, the biggest problem, everybody, and Tim will say this too. He's like, multiple people have said this. If he's an offensive line guru, why do we suck? And it's because he was too far out of it. And going, well, they can handle it. I don't know.
Well, he did.
It goes back to that press conference where they asked him straight up, are you going to get involved in helping fix the offensive line? And he goes, well, I don't want to step on anybody's toes. Dude, you're having a losing season. I'm going to crush somebody's feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if that's a group you coached for 30 years.
Exactly.
What are you doing?
Going, hold on a minute. Like, you would think that'd be the one he would hover, like helicopter parent that shit.
You know what he does at practice?
What?
Okay, we typically, so spring we'll get what they call, they do everything in periods, right? Like, so you've got, typically in spring, you'll get period 1 through maybe 6, which is like 40 minutes. And what I see him do in every single, whether it's spring or fall camp, he hovers from one position, from one area. So like on the practice field, on the outside practice field, the offensive line, the defensive line practices on the north end of the end zone. He'll walk down there toward the defensive line, and he'll walk over to the running backs. Hell, he's walked right up to me, put his hand on my shoulder, muttered something. I don't know what he said. He was tired.
He said, I don't know what the hell I'm doing, son.
And I think he was talking about the weather. And I was standing next to Mason Choate, and Mason was like, what did he say? And I go, I don't know. I have no idea. But he looked a little tired. I think it'd been a pretty long day, and it was at that point in the year where things, shit had hit the fan.
Yeah.
But and then he walks over to the offensive line, who's kind of opposite to where the running backs are. That's what he does. You don't see him get into a group. And again, this is just based on when the media's there. Yeah. There could be, there's a whole other portion of practice we don't get to see. But then he'll hover back, and then he'll work his way to the middle of the field. Then they'll do fastball, which is usually period 2. And we don't get to do cameras. That's why you guys don't get scrimmage shots or fastball shots, because they don't let us film that, which sucks. Because, as a content creator, I'm like, oh, God, that Centennial route was beautiful. I'd love to post that.
You were just trying to sneak one.
But you don't really see him get fired up.
I never saw him. There was one time in fastball, and I'm talking, I only missed maybe 3 practices all fall camp. Now, they did, towards the end of the year, stop the media after they fired Enos. The media they didn't bring back because they wanted to keep everything in-house, which is fine. That's smart. But there was one fastball session where he just stopped him in the middle of the play, and he just starts dropping F-bombs. It wasn't like F, but it was like, get to your blanket positions. They just weren't going fast enough because they were trying to go with that tempo.
My coach used to hit us with clipboards.
And that was...
what a guy.
Well, yeah, but that was,
90s.
That was a long time ago. Can't do that anymore.
Run till you puke, you little bitch.
They can't even, you can't make contact with a player.
Blame Bobby Knight for that.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, man.
Oh, don't get me started on Bobby Knight. Don't get me started on Bobby Knight.
Hey, make sure y'all like and subscribe to my man's podcast. Let's go.
But and like, share, subscribe if you got any questions or comments. But it's coming up on 50 minutes, so we're probably about to end this thing here in a little bit. But yeah, there's I don't see fire when we're there. Now, that's not all the time. There's been some times where he's like, yeah, all right. And he's kind of cheering him on. And it's
the video that Choate posted was great.
Where he swore at the lineman.
Yeah. Which I feel like
he does that. I've heard him swear at players. That's nothing brand new.
Well, Cam Ball told me, he's like, I asked him, I was like, how's Pitt, man? Like, we were tattooing him one day, and he was like, well, he's cool, but I was like, he light y'all up though. He's like, oh, he'll get in your ass.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Okay.
right.
I have no doubt that he does.
We jumped out of here for a minute. Talking Beer said, hey, I smashed the like for y'all. We appreciate you, bro.
Let's go.
Hope everyone else will too. Support the channel. And
Yeah, my dogs are going crazy. My babysitter's here. Sweet.
Steph says, what position group will take a step up next year?
Football?
Yeah. Hopefully all of them because they all need to.
I'm going to say O-line. I'm going on a limb. I'm going to say O-line.
Well, I
We got
mean,
some boys in,
if
man.
there's any group that could look like they've taken a huge step,
Yeah.
it would
They
be
will
the
look
offensive line.
Well, and wide receivers. Honestly, the wide receivers could look like they took a step up.
I don't know what to make.
I think.
I mean, they have
think
to
we
get
need
all they have
another-
to do is catch a ball, and they'll have stepped up.
We need
Yeah.
another damn linebacker out of the portal.
They do.
Musk may have recruited these guys thinking he could coach their defensive play. I agree with that. You
Yeah.
feel like you could coach defense pretty easy, but it doesn't seem to be working this year. Trying to catch up on a couple of these.
Yeah, we don't want to be D-bags and not read your comments, guys. Thank y'all for commenting for real.
Thanks for coming through.
Because we're just me
We
and-
got to do a Discord XP. We didn't do a quote.
Oh, let's do one. Let's do one.
We got to do a
Hey,
Discord
we
XP
still,
quote.
we still got 50 in here. Discord members. Let's go. You got one?
I'm trying to think.
As long as Hawes is gone, otherwise he's gonna take it up.
Hawes-
Y'all got to be fast to
went
beat
the ball,
Hawes.
man.
Haas is like, I mean, he's, and the dude, you should see our XP in Discord.
I got an easy.
It's
5,000.
crazy. He is way ahead. See, he's in there. He's in there. So as soon as we drop it, he's gonna know it, and no one's. And he's.
Hawes is never gone. He said, "Y'all whole shtick is not reading the comments." No, we don't want other people to read the comments. We read the comments.
That's right.
We want everybody else to judge us for who we are, and not for the comments that people make about us. Tell everybody to shut the fuck up. I mean,
look
sorry,
at-
shut up. I'm sorry.
Look at that.
Sorry.
They gave you your. They gave
My
you your
bad,
sound
Tom.
effect, Haas. I mean,
Yeah.
come on,
You have
man.
your own button on my Roadcaster, Oz.
Yeah. Going back to the positions group thing, though, really quick. Offensive line has to be the group that takes the biggest step.
Yeah,
it
for
has
For
to
sure,
be.
for sure.
It has
If
to
they
be.
step up, the whole offense steps up. Running game steps up.
all
Wide
start-
receivers step
It's a
up.
line of scrimmage league, boys.
Look at this. Look at that. Why does it do this? Like I can't click off the. There it goes.
That's
All right,
weird.
all right.
'Cause
Come
you
up
don't
with a
have a
movie
Mac.
quote so we can give Hawes some XP because everybody else, y'all gonna have
I'm gonna
to be
have
fast.
to. Let's
y'all
exclude.
gonna have to be fast.
We gotta exclude Haas.
No,
I hate
you can't do that.
He dominates everything. He dominates these.
Hey, shout out John Hobbs, whooping ass.
I love John. I love John, but it's like, damn, give these other guys a shot.
Hey, maybe they
Hawes,
should
you get a
just type
5-second delay.
Yeah, you get a 5-second delay.
fast. All right. Do a hard one.
I can't think of a hard one.
Google some. Here, I'll Google one.
Well, I want to do one that I know though. That
I
feels
know
like
a bunch,
cheating
but
for
I've been
us.
drinking.
I want.
yeah, okay, I got it. This is an outside the box one.
Okay. If it's comic book movie related, forget about it.
Not even close.
Haas is gonna.
No.
Okay.
It's a Russell Brand movie.
Well, you just
gave it away.
away.
Come on, man.
There's only a couple where he's
He has a ton of them.
like couple that are memorable.
Good. This one's not.
Okay, all right.
It's not for.
I'm gonna
Sarah
say
Marshall.
because he already gave a which is a great movie by the way.
2000. 2000. You said 5,000 is like a weak one, right?
Oh, XP. I thought you were
2000
giving a
XP.
day, a year of the movie. I was like, well, shit. Now you just
No.
gave it away.
No.
Yeah, I'll say 2000 XP. Yeah,
Okay.
because you already gave away a big hit.
I gave you guys a hint.
Yeah.
They say, I have the names in this quote, so I can't do that. The name of the movie. All right, you do one, and I'm
Well, I don't know one off the top of my head. I can't think
Yes,
of
you
one.
do.
I was gonna do Clever Girl, but everybody knows that.
No,
That's an
what
easy
is
one.
Clever Girl.
Clever Girl.
Nope.
Yeah, that's from Jurassic Park.
It's Jurassic Park. Yeah, it's
Oh,
just
see,
too
I wouldn't
easy.
have got that.
Look at Jaden Daniels versus KJ Jefferson. JD can avoid getting sacked way easier than a 300-pound sitting duck. If you can't extend plays and keep defense honest, you have zero chance to win. Okay. And yet, I mean, he won. Dude, that's loud. What is that? Is that one of our...
That's out the door.
Oh. I thought that was one of our computers again. I was like, damn, again?
Nah, that's outside the room.
I'm literally Googling this damn thing because I can't remember.
Okay, so but what about 2021 and 2022 though, Logan? Like again, it doesn't all fall on KJ. Like I just don't understand that take at all. If that's what you're insinuating, I don't understand that take at all. It's funny how this is supposed to be post-game basketball, and we have completely ventured into football.
Nobody wants to talk about basketball.
Yeah.
Who wants to talk about basketball?
It's pretty bad.
Raise your hands if you want to talk. Okay. Nobody.
Did Ty just say cover girl?
Probably.
I don't know. Kopetsky's on one. I don't know. He says the most random crap ever. No one knows what he's talking about. And then he won't tag you in Discord when he's talking to you. That drives me crazy. Because it was a quarterback run, first, veer, and shoot.
The Browse.
Right, but he still performed. I mean, yes, it was a different offense. I still don't know what your point is. This is because you're SEC. We go to basketball games to talk about football.
Do you feel like this is a fair movie quote?
Let's see.
I'm looking. I got some in here, but I don't know if they'll get these, dude.
That's not gonna be hard for somebody who knows this movie.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. I'll do 10,000 on that one.
10,000.
I'll do 10,000
You think
XP.
that's worth 10,000 XP?
I think so
All right,
because
all
that's
right.
not one that I would even know, and I've seen that movie 4 times.
Okay. All right.
Well-
you guys ready? You guys ready?
for it.
I mean, they're ready.
In Mexico, you know what they call Twinkies? Los Submarinos.
There you go, 10,000 XP, and I guarantee you,
like,
Haas is gonna get it.
Haas is like done.
Why would we want to talk about football either? Question mark, man. Bro, you're just like wishing away my whole what I do here. John Haas got it, Zombieland.
Seriously,
I told you,
told you,
dude.
bro.
Like you can't do this stuff. He just.
Haas, you were
right.
supposed to have a 5-second delay, bro.
I mean, I said I would. We didn't exclude him.
Talking Beer had it. Damn it.
Well, he's not in Discord. He should be. Nick, you should be in Discord.
Yeah, you should be, bro.
Mike,
You should be.
I am.
You're in there, but you don't do shit.
I tried.
I'll tag your ass. I will tag you, and you won't respond.
All right. I got the quote.
I don't do this.
John Halls, cue it up, baby.
God, John. Yeah, we're gonna have to.
Hey,
'cause-
Talking Beer getting this one right here. Talking Beer.
All right, you ready?
I got your back, bro.
All right. Embarrassing.
no thanks. He said
Wait.
no thanks to Discord.
How many?
Okay.
How many points you doing for this?
John
This one's
Haas,
kinda
you
hard.
I can't hear.
Thanos. John Haas just said he's Thanos.
How many points are you doing?
On which quote?
You probably don't even know what movie this is.
John Haas, I got your end game.
Yeah.
Embarrass me.
Yeah.
I'll say we're excluding Haas on this. Haas,
No, Haas is in.
bro.
Come on.
No one else can respond.
Dude, if Haas can get this, he owns it. He deserves it. This is a hard one.
2,000 XP.
2000.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
2,000.
it's just he's just too
My
quick.
movie quote is, embarrass me again and my father will cut off, I know, my tongue. No, your balls. Not if I keep them moist.
Wow.
Great movie. I'm telling you, that's a challenge. This is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Let me ask you: if we win a national championship, which sport would you?
Baseball.
Which sport would have the most impact? Well, football.
Football,
I mean, 110%.
But
Football.
no, that's baseball for sure.
I mean, no. Well,
the most likely to do
the
it,
most likely.
baseball.
Yeah. Baseball would be the most likely.
Oh, nothing.
Talking Beer
Talking
said I
Beer
got
said I
Okay,
got
Talking Beer says I got nothing.
I even told you guys the actor,
Arthur?
bro.
Is it
that-
Arthur?
No! John Haas is the king! Oh my God! He Googled that shit. I don't care.
Well,
There's so many like quotes from that movie that I know that I
God
can't
dang,
say.
man. See,
Good
I'm gonna
job,
piss off
John.
everybody. I just keep giving him XP.
Bro, that was good. I shouldn't have gave him Russell Brand. He's right. But everybody had the hint. Man, that you freaking nailed it. That was good. Sorry. Our podcast is not PG. What?
Laura's here.
Okay, I'll be in a minute.
All right, I think we're gonna cut it there.
Small child.
We'll. I appreciate you guys. You know,
John, you're a beast.
you're.
Wait. Where's this button? Hold on.
You gotta hit Metal Gear Solid. Yeah.
Everybody else see John Hall's. They're like, they ain't doing
Logan says, "Well, there you go. That's why I only talk about football." I mean, we didn't say you couldn't talk about football, bro. If we could sacrifice everything else, it would be worth it, in my opinion, at least from a revenue
I
standpoint.
feel what he's saying.
Just-
That's why it's the most
Just
important.
because you cut off all the other sports doesn't mean it's automatic that football's going to start winning. I mean, it's not a given. It's not just about money, guys. It's like there's other factors involved. You know, kids have got to want to come to Arkansas. I mean, that's just bottom line.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they do have money. Look at the facilities. They're still considered top in the SEC.
Isn't our locker room like a 20 or $30 million deal.
It's crazy. And they're talking about renovating Bud Walton again, taking out some.
They're adding box seats.
Box seats.
Who
It's another
cares?
thing I don't like. It's
Bring it
another
from
thing I
19
don't
You know,
like.
I've looked into those
18
boxes for football season. They're like 10 G's, dude.
Yeah.
I'd have to get me and like 10 or 15 of our homies to be able to afford that.
Is it that expensive? Have you looked
$10
into
grand,
it?
I'm serious.
Oh my god.
For a box in football.
And
you're
they're
in
talking
the end
about
zone.
how many seats they're going to remove, like 5,000 seats.
I
Or
wouldn't
something?
do that if I was
Two
if I was
or
them.
five?
I would dig deeper in the ground and put more lower seats. You know what I
Football
mean?
program is the worst product on campus, though.
Probably.
The last four.
Talking is sitting there with the sign that says "Convince me I'm wrong."
Yeah, it's hard to say. Yeah, football's been.
If he would posted that on Twitter, I'd post that meme and said they finna drag you.
No, go all in on football and promise returns to boosters, whether that's crowdfunding or not. Yeah, I don't know. Okay.
Hard knock life, boys.
I mean, whatever. It's just, I'm telling you, it's so much more than money. Kids have got to want to come here, and with NIL. Did you guys see Deion's? I don't know if it was the NCAA or if Deion's self-imposing some NIL. I think it was the NCAA.
I don't know. He
fills
made a
his
comment
team
about
up.
how much players cost now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said a walk-on's $50 grand now.
Yeah.
Like, damn.
Give them a percentage of the profits.
Actually, I got to tell you something about a walk-on or about a player that got some monies that my son knows.
We'll talk about that off.
Yeah,
off air. Give them a percentage of profits. I'm not against that. Schools should pay. I'm 100% on board for
They
that.
make a hell of a lot more than they will on NIL.
I mean, it might help with transferring.
Michael, you're right. Kiffin is going all in. He is balls deep in NIL.
So,
Did I say balls deep?
all right, fellas, that's going to do it. Again, shout out to the Don't Read the Comments podcast. They'll have a new episode soon, hopefully.
No, I'm going to try to put one out. I'll be honest. I'm trying to drop that by Tuesday.
Okay, by Tuesday.
Yeah,
We'll
like
drop
drop-
two.
That's a lot of editing in that thing.
Nah, dude, I can edit that in like literally probably 3 hours.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
No, I like editing content. So it's easy.
He should be
Yeah.
dropping 2 episodes.
Needs
Oh, you're right. One's audio only though because we got drunk. and-
No.
talking beer
Yeah,
once.
video.
He wants
issues,
the
but let's go.
link.
It did. I was mad about that actually.
He wants the link.
To what?
To
Don't read the comments.
to the YouTube.
It's YouTube.
Yeah, if you-
Add X the comments.
X the comments. Yeah.
X the comments.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that way on Twitter too.
Yeah.
X the comments.
everywhere.
It's everywhere. Yeah,
Yeah.
we made it easy. Thank y'all for talking to us because yeah, it would be boring if you guys weren't here.
It would. Certainly would. So, unfortunately, Arkansas basketball does what they're best at. Disappoint fans.
Big
all 15,000 of them and the ones at home that watched. But you know what? At least we had a little bit of fun in the post game, as always, guys.
Yes.
We don't always agree, but we always keep it cordial.
Yeah.
And that's the same way with chat. We don't always agree with chat, and we still talk about it. And this thing is
I told you, dude.
stay, bro. Stop trying to.
So just shove it in your face.
All right, that's gonna do it. We'll see you guys on the next one.
Thank y'all. See ya.